This has been a hard one to get ready to do. It is a warning. And I knew 2 or 3 days ago what he wanted me to do. I'm getting these messages and scriptures, and because it bothers me to know that this is going on, that I have to give this message. I can't imagine how much it troubles Jesus to see all this going on. And I know I'm going to hurt some people over this, and I'm probably going to lose some friends. But there's a lot going on that's very troubling to see, to hear. Supposed Christian, God-fearing nations, governments, terrorizing, oppressing, lying to, deceiving, keeping down, killing, in some cases, innocents, people, the kids, the women. For what? For land? For money? For riches? For power? Much has been given, much is required. And driving through into Philadelphia, the squalor I saw on the outskirts on both sides of the highway as far as I could see, these shacks, the poor that are living there, thousands and thousands. Where's the government? How does this happen? Where's the ecclesia? It's heartbreaking to see that. And these people in New Jersey, New York, from Hurricane Sandy, who lost everything. Everything. They're still waiting for help. All they have is promises and lies. And down south, Bayonne, Louisiana, I hope I pronounced that right. 5 months ago, that sinkhole started. These toxic gases coming out, methane, propane, oil. It's a humongous, huge sinkhole, still growing. And as I said, 150 homes have been evacuated. Family land for generations. They're not even getting promises. They're just getting lies. Government's ignoring them. Check it out. Check out some of the videos on this. Keep them in your prayers. They need your prayers. We need to keep them in our prayers. This is what we should be doing. And shining a light. And speaking of which, I know in a few cases I've seen the individuals of the ecclesia coming to the forefront and shining light and trying to help out. But where is the supposed church as it was supposed to have been set up in the ecclesia and these helping, taking care of in these situations? They want to build their $1 million cathedrals and go sit there on Sunday morning and don't we start? I'm digressing there. The number of Christians stirring up trouble among the flock is growing at an alarming rate. Arguing, attacks, accusations. If you're thinking, none of this is my business, I don't want to get involved, how does this affect me? I just want to keep focused and just... Well, let me read this to you. It's from Proverbs 6, 16 through 19. 6 things the Lord hates. In fact, 7 are detestable to him. Arrogant eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that plots wicked schemes, feet eager to run to evil, a lying witness who gives false testimony, and one who stirs up trouble among brothers. As I said, this is a warning because when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all his angels are with him, then he will sit on the throne of glory. And all the nations will be gathered before him. He will separate them one from another, just as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world." What a time it's going to be. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. Remember, physical, spiritual here. Feed them spiritually and physically. Everything, both. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. When this is over, or you want to pause it, check out Exodus 22:21 about strangers. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. And remember, somebody does not have to be behind bars to be in prison or to be held prisoner. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or without clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? And the king will answer them, I assure you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did it for me. Then he will also say to those on his left, depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Now listen to this. I don't want this to be you. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you didn't take me in. I was naked, and you didn't clothe me. Sick and in prison, and you didn't come to take care of me. Then they too will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry, or thirsty, or a stranger, without clothes, or sick, or in prison, and not help you? Then he will answer them, I assure you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do it for me. And they will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. It's so sad. This is a warning. Now, if you're condoning any of these actions that I've talked about, if you support any of this, if you're not doing, if you're turning a blind eye, isn't it the same thing as those who are doing these things? For some, it's decision time. If you're on the fence, make a choice. Who do you follow? Are you a goat or a sheep? And if you're a goat, I pray that you will be born again, that you will see the light before it is too late. Because many who think they're saved, they think they're one of the sheep. And they're poorly mistaken. You cannot be born again, not exhibiting any of the fruits, exhibiting the actions of the goats, and what it says in Proverbs, and be born again. So you pray on these things. And for the sheep, lamps full, wicks trimmed, shining the light in the darkness, praying, loving, loving, loving. And I leave you with this. Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, one of my favorites. Be strong and courageous. Don't be terrified or afraid of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Agape.